or coach, please use the Zoom hand raise feature. First question from Star Factory, Sons of KS.
Hi guys, nice to meet you. My question is for the coach. Despite the defeat, the level you have shown is very good. What do you think were the key points that allowed 100 Rips to win?
Yani Türk cevap veriyorum. Yani bence en büyük noktaları o platforma çok aşina olmaları. Bence bir tık tecrübesizlik. Bu hataların sebebinde bence bunun olduğunu düşünüyorum. Umarım Berlin'de ve ileride daha iyi ve daha fazla tecrübe kazanarak seneyi kapatmak istiyoruz.
Thank you.
There was a little bit of inexperience maybe, and we're looking forward to gaining experience and play better at in Berlin.
Thank you. Next question from Kushal at Sportskeeda.
Hey guys, my question really for QE. So how did you manage to maintain an incredible amount of firepower on the first map, Lotus? And what do you think changed in the following maps, despite having an incredible start?
İlk map'e çok iyi başladınız. Çok agresif, çok iyi oynadınız. Geri kalan map'lerde ne değişti? Ne oldu?
Aslında değişen bir şey yok. Aslında değişen bir şey yok. Evin haritasında eko verip maçı kaybettik. Onun dışında bir problem yoktu. Gayet her şey bizim lehimize gidiyordu. Ama bir eko yüzünden maçı kaybettik.
There was not much of a change. On Haven, we lost an echo round, and that's basically what we can say right now.
Thank you. Next question from Pedro at BlixGG.
Hi guys, commiserations on the series loss. I got a question for Mr. Fallen. I mean, prior to this series against 100 Thieves, you guys faced off against that team during the Red Bull home ground. And so my question is, how much info did you take away from that previous encounter and apply it for this go around ahead of this particular series?
Well, actually, we know what are the plans on the Icebox and Heaven, but on Heaven, we just lost too many rounds for us because someone just made a mini and tiny mistakes, and we just lost the Heaven map. And on Icebox, we just couldn't start the good on pistol rounds, like all TV maps. On Icebox, we just always knowing ourselves to we can just recover back, we can just fight back against them, but it didn't work. We didn't again, like Heaven, make so many mistakes. That's why we lose them.
Thank you. Next question from Declan at Deserto.
Hi, this question is also for Mr. Fallen. So I was just wondering, we've seen a lot of teams win both pistol rounds at this event and either go on to lose the map or not really maintain control of the half despite it. Are pistol rounds just not that as important nowadays with some of the changes to the economy?
Well, actually, in my opinion, if we just took all pistol rounds right now, I think this save is going to be too old, probably, in my opinion. Pistol rounds is changing the mental in the game too. If the whole team, if you win the pistol round, we know we're going to take 3 rounds more of that. I think that's why pistol round is so important for us, and we're going to change that.
Thank you. Next question from Pedro at BlixGG.
Yes, I got a question for Ata Captain. Compared to the rest of the team members or the rest of the starting lineup that took part in this tournament, you came in October, so you have a little time in getting to know the rest of your teammates in terms of play style and coordination and stuff like that. And so, for you, how did you mesh with this team throughout this tournament in particular, and how did you view your performance in an overall sense?
En yeni takıma katılan sensin Atakaptan. Şu ana kadar nasıl alıştın takıma ve buradaki performansına görüşünü istiyor.
Ya ilk LAN tecrübemizdi. Takıma daha gireli 3-4 ay oldu. Arkadaşlarımla aram zaten iyi. Ortama çok çabuk alıştım. Sadece Kivi'nin de dediği gibi ve Eray abinin de anlattığı gibi ilk LAN tecrübemiz, adamlar bizden daha yüksek tecrübeli. Heaven haritasını kapatabilme şansımız çok vardı. Birkaç tane Eco ve benim bir tane vuramadığım bir yarı vardı. Bir yer vardı. Orada da bir hata yapmıştım. Ya birkaç tane hata yüzünden Heaven'ı kaybettik. Yani tecrübesizlikten diyebilirim.
I got used to the team fast. We have a very good chemistry. Maybe like Kiwi and Coach Gais said, it's a little bit of inexperience, and we should have closed out Haven. It was due to a couple of rounds, couple of fight mistakes, and yeah, we see it at Haven.
Thank you very much. I believe that is all. Okay, we have a question from Pedro BlixGG.
Yeah, I got a question for QREX. I just want to know what your biggest takeaway from this event has been, in terms of, getting them to know the rest of the competing field, your personal performance, and, in your opinion, what went wrong with this series and how it turned out.
Bu turnuvada kazandığın tecrübeler, neyi öğrendin? İleriye bakacak olursak, bu turnuvadan neler alıyorsun?
Önde götürdüğümüz serileri veya arkadan geldiğimiz serileri sadece bir ya da iki kırılma anında adamlara verdik. O yüzden bu bir iki kırılma anı olmasaydı büyük ihtimalle 2-0 mapleri kapatacaktık. Bundan sonraki tek amacımız büyük ihtimalle kırılma anlarında daha güzel bir şeyler çıkarıp o şekilde devam etmek. En büyük tecrübe bu oldu bize.
Either coming back, or leading a map, winning. There were one or two breakpoints that made us lose rounds or the match right now. So the biggest experience to take away is to focus on those breakpoints, and yeah.
Thank you. Pedro, have you another question?
Yes, I do. This question goes out to the coach. I mean, coming up into this tournament, not much was expected out of Turkish teams, to do well and go far in this tournament. But for you guys to play as well as you guys did and reach the round of 16 in an overall sense, what do you think this performance means to how the rest of the pro Valorant community receives Turkey?
Yani açıkçası birilerine örnek olduk mu bilmiyorum ama şu an kaybedilen bir maç var. Ne kadar iyi oynasak da. Sonuçta burada bir başarı yok. Sadece kendi içimizde yapılan hataları ve zamanla düzeltmesi var. Umarım birilerine ilham oluyordur ama sonuçta burada bir maçı kaybettik. İleride ilham olabilirsek ne mutlu bize ama şu an için herhangi bir etkisi olacağını düşünmüyorum.
Since we didn't win, we don't think that it is some kind of inspiration for the fans. We hope that it is, but we gotta focus on what we on the errors we made here and go forward. This is no win.
Thank you. Final call for questions. All right, that concludes our press conference for today. Thank you very much, FUT Esports, for joining us. Esports. We are joined by 100 Thieves coming off of their victory against FUT Esports. If you have any questions for them, please use the Zoom hand raise feature. First question from Kushal at Sportskeeda.
Hey guys, my question will be for Mike. How troubling for you guys was the Neon pick from QE on Lotus? Do you think it was the agent selection or his individual abilities that helped him dominate 100 Thieves on that map?
I would say individual, but also a little bit of both because he used Neon pretty well, like on pistol round and the last round I can vividly remember. So he's probably did a lot more to my teammates, but on pistol round he Neon ran up. Like we don't know the timings of the map too well because it's a new map, and then adding Neon in, it's like we haven't played against a lot of Neon, so the timings are like all off, and we just don't have the reps on Neon timings. Where I didn't even know I could get peeked that A that fast. If I throw my knife stairs and that, or if I throw my knife from stairs and I try to go back, a Neon can just slide peek me instantly and kill me. So stuff like that, yeah. But he was also individually frying.
Thank you.
You're welcome, guys. I'm the interviewer.
Thank you. Next question from Declan at Deserto.
My bad.
Yeah, this question is for Stellar. So you guys obviously matched up with FUT in the offseason at Red Bull. How different does the squad look with QE in it?
I think their firing power went up just a bit. I think they're still relatively the same team. They had really good post points. But yeah, he was definitely playing really good against us. So shout out to him.
Thank you. Next question from Adarsh Sportskeeda.
Hey guys, congrats on the win. So my questions for Mike's. Playing against FUT Esports for the second time, what do you think they did better today that helped them gain the edge over you guys, especially on Lotus? And yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I mean, obviously off-season tournaments, people were trying a lot of stuff before, and I think they were still kind of relatively new at the time, like as a team formed together. I think on Lotus, especially, like obviously not many people are running Neon, not many people are running Sage. I feel like the Sage was one of the most annoying parts of their comp, so I just feel like they had a lot of creative ideas on a new map, and obviously affect us a lot on defense.
Thank you.
Next question from Star Factory Sons of KS.
Hi guys, nice to meet you. Congrats for the victory. My question is for Cryo. In the next round, you will face the winner of Furia versus Fnatic. Would you like to face either of them in particular? And which team do you want to face that you consider to be the strongest in the tournament?
Personally, I would rather play Furia just because of the bigger crowd. I think it's going to be a more fun match in terms of that way. But I don't really mind playing either team. They both of those teams are looking really strong right now. Furia have been looking really good. Fnatic's been owning. Probably, yeah, I would prefer to play Furia.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other questions? Yes, Pedro Applix GG.
Sorry about that. Slight delay. I got a question for the coach. I mean, going up against coming into lock-in, basically every team had little things to go over. What with the new meta and basically everyone else not having any like VODs or anything like that to survey the rest of the field. And so what do you think what do you think has allowed your team to go as far as it is right now to continue to win and continue to face more tougher opponents?
I think a lot of it just comes down to their mental resilience. I feel like there's a lot of tough situations where in every game I always have full confidence that we're able to pull it out. I think obviously with these events too, like you mentioned, there's not a lot of VODs, so we don't have that part of our game as anyone as well. But I always think our mental resilience later in the match, and also everyone's like ability to think on the fly. And I think by the end of the series, we're always one step ahead and everyone's working together really well.
Thank you. Next question from Adarsh at Sportskeeda.
Hey, my question's for Cryo. So, what are your thoughts on potentially going up against a Brazilian team in the next match? And if not, what are your thoughts on Fnatic?
Going up against a Brazilian team, obviously the crowd will be backing them up for sure. I played the old version of the Fnatic roster. I haven't played this new one, but I mean, I think it's going to be a good match either way. If we play Furia or Fnatic.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Next question from Pedro at BlixGG.
I got a question for everyone, every player within the lineup. I'm curious as to which player has caught your attention throughout this competition. You know, which player has caught your eye? Which one have you been impressed by? From in either Alpha and the Omega bracket, you know, and why? And you know, I like to have everybody answer if it's possible.
Let's go from left to right, Sean.
Actually, let's go from right to left, I think.
All right, Mike.
I'm not a player, but
All right, Peter.
Okay. You got it.
There you go.
No, you
All
go.
right, I'll just tell you.
Oh, no, I'll say mine.
No, allow me.
Okay, allow me.
Has been insane this tournament so far. He's just playing really consistent, and I think he does a great job on his role.
Before you cut me off, I would say Shy. I thought he was really good going into champs because you know, it was like his first tournament with Leviathan when he got put in, and he beat Crew, and I thought Crew was really good back then. And I've been following his career for a while, just like, you know, looking back at all his matches and stuff, because he actually doesn't have a lot of matches, and it feels like Leviathan found a really good gem out of him, and you know, they seem to be molding him in the right direction, and he seems to be really flexible with the roles he's playing. He's gone from being like the Fade initiator player to, you know, more of a sentinel player, and even in scrims he seems really good, and in matches he shows up and he's like only 17, so, or maybe 18 now, not too sure, but he seems really good, and that was really good in champs when we scrimmed them, and he's only proved them more ever since.
Yeah, for me, I was gonna pick also Shy, but I mean, I played Leviathan also, but I always thought they were really good. But I'll probably go with Twistin from Vitality. I think he's been showing up a lot, especially in these matches. Yeah.
I was gonna say Twistin, but I'll say King. That's crazy.
I was gonna say King too, but yeah, I think King is like unreal recently, and he's been good for a while now. But I think that with this version of their roster, I think that they could go far in this tournament easily.
Yeah. I think Bang actually. Wow, no one picked us guys, really?
Oh,
kind of weird.
All right, thanks, guys. Wait, Stellar, who did you say yours was? I think it was cut off.
Zippin
Zippin. Okay.
from Navi. Guy's insane right now.
Awesome. Thank you. Final call for questions. All right. Well, we are concluding our press conference today with 100 Thieves. Congratulations today on your victory, and we'll be back later.